Hi, Yuki. Welcome to San Diego. I guess the first question just being kind of what drew you to the Padres specifically, and what was the process like of signing here?
と、その多く興味をいただいた中で、ファーストオファーをいただいたのもパドレスですし、非常に熱意を感じたのと、あとやっぱり自分がMLB のキャリアをしていく中で、一番フィットしていて、力を発揮しやすいのかなと思ったので、パドレスを選びました。
Yes, so Yuki's response was is I received a couple of offers. I was talking to a couple of teams, but the Padres were the first one that actually um, presented me with an offer. And through the process, I felt that the Padres were really serious about, trying to acquire my service. And for myself too, I thought, starting my going into my MLB career, I thought it would be a good fit for me to go to the Padres and play. So, I think, those yeah, so those were the reason why I chose the Padres.
Obviously, pitched the ninth inning a lot. What do you envision your role as with the Padres, and kind of where do you, I guess, what are you preparing for in terms of when you might pitch here, and what are you looking at it as?
まあ、その試合終盤でのリリーフということになると思うんですけど、まだ僕自身アメリカで一球も投げてないので、いきなり一番後ろというのは自分の中でも思っていないので、まずしっかりいろんな場所にアジャストをして、しっかりと打ち取っていけるというところを見せて、信頼を勝ち取っていく中で、自分の立場を構築していければいいなと思ってます。
Yes, so the fact of the matter is I haven't pitched a single pitch in the big leagues yet. So maybe it's not realistic to say that I'll be pitching in the ninth inning as we start the season. But I like to just go in there when given the opportunity, get out and sort of build a trust from the team and from my teammates. And hopefully I'm in one of those high leverage situations to pitching games.
And then the last one for me for now, just how do you envision that transition to the big leagues going, and who have you spoken to about what that might be like?
まあ、いろんなアメリカに行ってる先輩にも話をさせてもらったときに、まあ、ある先輩は、日本でやっている形をやっぱり一回まあ、捨てるじゃないですけど、こだわりすぎないように、ここはアメリカなんだっていうのを一番に理解して、アメリカでの自分というものをまあ、作りながら、やっていけばいいかなっていうふうにも思ってるので、ある程度、なんていうんですかね、探りながらというか、また、本当に全然環境も違うので、自分でまず体験して、まあ今までのその10年だったりを活かしながら、アジャストしていければいいかなと思います。
Yeah, so I had an opportunity to talk with people that had gone to the big leagues and played from Japan. And, I think they were trying to tell me that try not to like be so caught up in the way that you've been doing up to now in Japan, obviously. You're going into a new environment, so just kind of try to take in that experience. Try to like sort of relearn stuff, relearn the baseball over there and go about it. So, that's kind of what I'm intending to do once I get over to the big league.
I was curious about your relationship with Yu Darvish and maybe what role, if any, he played in, kind of getting you over to the Padres.
まあ、ダルビッシュさんがパドレスに いらっしゃいますけれども、松井さんがパドレスを決める、というのに、ダルビッシュさんの存在っていうのが関係したか、あとは松井さんにとってのダルビッシュさんの存在っていうのはどんなものか、このあたり聞かせてもらっていいですか？
そうですね。僕の中ではかなり、大きな存在で、入団の決め手となった、一つの大きな要因となった方ですし、WBC で1ヶ月間、一緒に過ごさせてもらって、その野球選手としてもそうですけど、本当に人生の先輩としても本当に尊敬できる方なので、えーこんな大人になっていきたいな、こんな野球選手になっていきたいなっていうのを目指すべき人だなと思ったので、その方の近くで野球だったり、生活していけるのは僕にとってもかなり大きなプラスになるのかなと思ったので、えーパドレスを、パドレスに大きく気持ちが、傾いていく要因の一つになりました。
I'd say that, Yu Darvish being on the team, that was a big part of my decision of coming to the Padres. I had an opportunity to play with him, be teammates with him during the WBC last year. And, obviously, needless to say how good of a player he is, but my take on him is that he's a great person too, like very respectable, both in baseball and as a human being. So, you know, just to get the chance to be close to him every day, at the field and, spend time with him, I thought that's something very beautiful. So, yes, so to go back to your question, yes, you, Darvish, being with the Padres was a big reason why I chose the San Diego Padres.
And I'm curious, and I apologize if I should know this, but did you have an opportunity to be posted earlier in your career? And what went into that decision to come now as opposed to maybe earlier in your career?
えーっと、結構これはセンシティブな、その球団の問題もあるので、そういうお話をさせていただいたこともあったんですけど、ぜひ FA まで、いてほしいということと、その素晴らしい契約をいただいて、その FA になった時に契約が切れるようになってたので、4年の中でも、そういったところで、球団の意向と自分の意向をミックスさせた素晴らしい契約をいただけたので、本当は、2020年に登録日数が足りてれば、22年で契約を切って、アメリカに行くっていうこともできるようになってたので、球団と僕自身双方にメリットがある契約になっていたので、そういう契約を結ばせてもらって、で、FA が取れたタイミングでっていうことに、はい、なってました。
Yeah, so there, well, this is a little bit sensitive, so, but, I'll tell you what I can tell you. I did talk with the organization, of wanting to go to the big leagues and play earlier, I think we had a conversation like back in 2020 or so. But how it turned out is basically we agreed upon myself staying in Japan with the Eagles for 10 years until I reached my free agency. And the team gave me a very good contract. And so basically, yes. So I did think about it, but I ended up staying for 10 years, playing 10 years in Japan.
One last follow up on that. How difficult was that for him to wait?
その19年のオフに最初に言わせてもらったんですけど、その中で、待つというかは、やる場所は違っても、自身の、体力、技術、向上っていうのは、どこにいてもやることは変わらないので、時が来るまでしっかりレベルを上げて、もちろん欲しいと思ってもらえる状態に上げていかなければいけないので、やることは、 たくさんありましたし、まだまだこれからやることもたくさんありますけど、その待っていたというよりかは、やることをやっていたらもう時が来たというぐらいの感覚で過ごしました。
So it wasn't really much of a wait for me, like struggling wait for me to come here. I mentioned that I wanted to, pitch in the big leagues back in 2019. But I really had to get ready, and I had to, sort of hone my craft in order to be a player, to be wanted by these big league teams. So, throughout the years, I was working on my craft, building my body and doing all that so that I can make it up here. So, it wasn't really of a long wait for me. I was just basically focusing on baseball every day, and it was like this day came. So
Next, we'll go to Marty from Sports 760.
Yuki, Yu Darvish seems to really have embraced living and pitching in San Diego. What did he tell you about what it's like to live in the city and to play at Echo Park?
まず素晴らしい街ですし、気候も安定していて、まずサンディエゴは素晴らしいところだよっていうふうにおっしゃっていたのと、やっぱり多くの熱いパドレスファンの方が毎日球場を埋めてくれるので、本当にプレーヤーとしてモチベーションが高い、素晴らしい球場でプレーできるよっていうふうに言っていただきましたし、メッセージやり取りする中でも一緒にやれたらっていう話をもらいましたし、パドレスを決めた際に連絡させてもらったんですけど、ダルビッシュさんの方からも一緒にできることになって嬉しいというふうに言ってくださったので、はい。僕自身も嬉しく思います。
yeah, so some of the things that Darvish, you mentioned was, obviously the city is beautiful. The city of San Diego is beautiful. The weather is top notch. It's beautiful as well. And he did also mention about the fans, Padres fan, that the stadium is filled every night, and it's just super awesome to be playing in a full stadium. And I think, as a player, that's something that's very motivating. So I'm very looking forward to that. Once I signed the contract with the Padres, I was able to do a couple of texts, back and forth texts with you, and he mentioned that he was happy to have me on the team and to be able to play together. And I truly feel the same way too. So very looking forward to going there and playing with them and for the San Diego Padres.
And when you met or spoke with AJ Preller, did he make his presentation in Japanese? And what did he tell you specifically about the role he envisioned for you?
まずFA になってから、日本の方で、最初会ったんですけど、その時に、日本語で、自己紹介をしてくださいました。役割としては勝ってる場面、いい場面、なんていうんですか、勝ってるとは言ってないか。いい場面で、ゲームの終盤に、投げてくれることを期待しているっていうふうに、はい。現時点ではそんな感じです。
Yes, AJ did introduce himself in Japanese. This was he actually came to see me in Japan. Once I hit free agency, so there was a time that so he came over and introduced himself in Japanese. As far as the role in the bullpen goes, he did mention that he would like for me to come in high leverage situations. And hopefully have me pitch sort of in the back end of the games.
And last thing, speaking of the high leverage situations, how many times have you thought about facing Shohei Ohtani in that exact same situation here?
翔平さんとの対戦ってことですか？
So that
まあ、日本でも、意外と対戦が少なくて、まあ本当にテレビのニュースぐらいでしか見てないので、なんていうんですかね、まずこう、データの方を見て、なんていうんですかね、対策を取っていかないといけないですし、もちろんその、世界最高の左バッターのうちの一人だと思うので、僕が左投げということで、まあ同地区でもありますし、多く対戦することになると思うので、チームの勝利のためにこう、抑えられるように、全力を尽くしたいなと思います。
So as far as Shohei goes, I haven't pitched against him in Japan that often. It was more about seeing him more, him doing his thing on TV or on the sports news. But obviously, we're going to be in the same division, and I intend on looking at a lot of data, and trying to come up with a plan to get him out. And obviously, he's one of the best left-handed hitters in the league, in the world. So I got to bring my A game and be my best and try to try to beat him on the mound and bring us the W. So
Yeah, I'm wondering, you didn't pitch much in the WBC last year, but you were a part of that championship. What did it mean to win that, with Shohei, with you, with Yamamoto, the titans of your sport, to win that? What did that mean to you?
世界一の、素晴らしいチームの一員になれたことは嬉しく思いますし、まあ、その中で僕自身はこう、悔しい結果に終わっているので、この野球人生において大きな、モチベーション、エネルギーになっているので、それをこう、まあ、アメリカというところで、なんですか、晴らすって言い方はちょっと合ってるかわかんないんですけど、その大きなエネルギーをこう、爆発させて、今年また新しいチームで、そういったこうメンバーと争えるように、頑張りたいなと思います。
yeah, so it was a great experience to be on that awesome team and to win the WBC. For myself, I wasn't able to perform the way I wanted to, so there's a little bit of disappointment there. But I've turned that into motivation. I'm really motivated now, more so than ever, to come here, come to the States, come into the big leagues, and to be my best. So yes, it was a great experience. From what I personally experienced, it helped me get even more motivated coming to the big leagues and play.
And the last one for me is, the talk in the United States is the Dodgers, with everything they've done, are going to own Japan baseball, as far as Major League Baseball teams for decades. I'm curious if that's what it feels like in Japan for you right now, watching everything that they've done.
当然、地区何連覇でしたっけ？ 10 連覇ぐらいしてるんですよね、確か。当然、倒さなければいけない相手だと思うので、なんとかその牙城を崩せるように、やらなければいけないと思いますし、まあ何ですか、今日本でそのドジャースの雰囲気になってるかってことですよね。それはなってるんじゃないですか、やっぱり。わかんないですけど。
そうだよね。そうですよね。
と思います。
はい。I think, to be honest with you, like in Japan, it seems like, it's like Dodgers, all Dodgers now. But, we're in the same division, and obviously they've been winning the division for an extended period of time now. So, we really need to step it up and stand up and beat those guys. And I think hopefully I can be a part of this team to help do that.